Hello everyone and welcome back to the McLaren Co-op Career Mode. I'm joined with Gary once again as we head to the Singapore Grand Prix. Obviously, last week's race from Monza was a fairly dramatic one. It was fairly interesting, and it has meant that Gary leads the championship. How are you feeling with that, my friend?
Matt, this is just, something we knew it was coming eventually. 2 back-to-back wins, actually, after a back-to-back 12th, and now my confidence is at the highest because we go to my favorite circuit in the world tonight.
Singapore, yeah, is certainly a Gary happy hunting ground. I know we might also get some comments from people that normally come out to the live streams. As you might be able to tell by my voice, I don't feel 100%, so we decided we weren't going to stream tonight. But Gary, I've just noticed as well, I have more fastest laps this season than anyone else.
I'm noticing that too. I got 2 of them, you got, what, 4? And Verstappen has 3. And you...
And
half of your fastest laps, no points, by the way.
I was about to say that. We've each had 2 that have awarded the bonus point as well, which has not been ideal. But, we got, what, 7 races to go? 8 races to go with the championship, plus 3 sprint races.
Ugh.
There's a 63-point gap between us. I reckon I can still catch you by the end of the season. Here we are then, Gary. Qualifying night, Singapore Grand Prix. You have got to be on pole here.
I'm going to go realistic, Matt. I'm thinking pole position.
Oh, Confident Gary is certainly an interesting character. But I kind of vibe with it here because I have no confidence for this venue. And to be fair, the last time you said you'd out-qualify me, I managed to out-qualify you. So I'm going to not allow that to happen tonight because I'm so bad here at Singapore.
Not an ideal start to my lap.
I always say you can never tell how good the start of your lap is until you get out onto the Raffles Boulevard. I have no idea where to break down yet.
So it's not pole.
Strolled at the final corner. Oh,
not as good as I was expecting. P8 for me.
It's time, Gary, for the smug face.
Oh, P4. Look at that. Not bad.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. I'm genuinely shocked by that. I thought you were going to blitz this thing, but I was leading, I think, at the end of Sector 2.
Yeah, I need to see Sector 1 is where I feel like I really botched it all.
Here we are then, Gary. Singapore Grand Prix time. We line up P4 and P8. But it's not the way around we thought we would be, did we? Mr. Confident, Mr. I'm going to be on pole, finds himself barely in the top half of the pack. How are you feeling for this?
Not ideal, but we've seen it time and time again, Matt. My race pace, significantly better than qualifying, so I'm expecting a McLaren 1-2.
Here we go. 5 red lights, Singapore Grand Prix.
That was a long hold.
That was a really long hold, and Hamilton's been mugged by George. Verstappen's trying to cut across me. We're 3 wide, and Verstappen's understeer wide into turn 1. Somehow I've got round him and not picked up damage, but of course I get a warning for that.
Gary, you're awfully quiet. I'm a bit
nervous.
So far,
No gain.
No gain.
No gain.
Interesting. Okay. Well, George Russell certainly has. He's into the lead of the Grand Prix. But I'm up to P2 then, in hot pursuit. I managed to overtake now what is 10 Formula 1 World Championships before turn 1.
Just gonna settle in and kind of let this thing come to me.
If I had a pound, Gary. If I had a pound. Singapore, I reckon, unless this race is chaotic, will probably be some of the shortest edits we ever do.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
we're both just going to be concentrating so much.
Singapore requires, it's similar to Monaco, you know?
Well, it's like my Monza one. Apart from the dive at turn 1 and then a bit of a pile up on turn 2 and then the red flag, nothing happened for me.
Yeah.
It was so boring.
Alonso down to P8.
Yeah, the AI run much less wing here than us. I will tell you that for free. I'm losing time down every single straight and a lot of it.
I had a big moment there.
Well, I think my goal early on is to try and hang in the range of George and hope that I can break out of the range of Max behind. Oh, there's a big gap between you and Lewis.
Yeah,
and
and
Lewis
the-
is down to 6th.
Penultimate corner, I caught too much curb.
Ah. Lewis Hamilton down to 6th place from pole. That's a Charles Leclerc style start.
I'd rather have a Leclerc style start than a Perez at home style start, you know?
Yeah. I'm literally hanging on to George Russell by the slimmest of margins.
I was trying to not go through too much battery early.
Yeah, I think that's the other big thing. Ooh, I might have the DRS. I have got the DRS. Must have just been by the slimmest of margins, but Max is not inside my range. We can afford to focus on the car in front for a while.
Fernando's just barely holding on to my DRS here.
Are you closing in on the group in front?
Oh yeah, we're starting to make some gains on them here.
Interesting. I'm staggered still they didn't put a DRS zone down that little straight. That new one, the short shoot.
Isn't there one in real life?
I believe so. I keep seeing the speed trap out of the corner of my eye and thinking there's a yellow out.
Huh.
Can't help but feel at the moment though, if I get past George Russell, he's just going to come straight back past me. So I'm not really sure whether it's worth sending. Did you just get the same radio message I did?
What did you get?
Our gap.
No, I got the gap to, maybe it was to you actually.
What was the gap?
I don't even know. I just completely disregarded it.
Oh, down the outside of George, switch him. Go on. Oh, there we go, into the lead of the Grand Prix. Like I said, not really sure I'm going to be able to keep him at bay, but as long as we don't bring Verstappen into this fight, we may as well get some clear air. I'm staggered as well, Gary, how not bad ERS management is here.
Yeah, it's not
I
too
thought on this
bad.
new layout, it'd be terrible.
I reckon we've hit that point where the mediums are starting to roll.
So my softs are still feeling quite nice at the moment, but yeah, you probably are right.
I went from gaining like a second in 5 laps to, in the last sector and a half, I've gained about 4/10 of a second.
I'm trying to get George out of my range. ASAP. Maybe I can leave him to battle with Verstappen and Perez behind. But of course, we're also in that fight with them still in the constructors. And hopefully in the drivers. But I've got George out of the range. I forgot to say as well though, Gary, of course, Mercedes now, of course, do have the second fastest car behind us.
Yep.
Red Bull are only theoretically the third fastest car now.
Yeah, it's
But
going
it
to be
is all
good for us in the
very
title
close.
fight.
Yeah, it gives us a chance, doesn't it? I'm quite surprised, to be honest. George Russell is really dropping back, but it looks like all the other soft compound runners are.
They're starting to struggle.
I reckon, yeah, their lower wings are not working for them here. They've got good pace over a couple of laps, but as soon as that tyre deck starts falling off, they've got nothing.
Those first few corners, I'm just able to just dominate the gap.
Yeah, the AI are never good through there anyway, but I think that's also helped by better tyres and better setup. Well, to be honest, I don't think I can be too disappointed with the way this first stint has gone. But I need to try and make sure we hang on through the final couple of turns and we get into the pit lane clean and tidy. I'm not going to allow Gary the undercut on me unless I was going to force him into an early stop. Or just make sure I get the car stopped in time.
That is always ideal.
As Verstappen, I believe, is... Oh, yeah, it is Verstappen that's joined me then in the pit lane. But will not be close enough to have any effect. Not that his grid box is behind mine anyway, so it doesn't matter. But am I going to come out in some clear air, or am I going to... I'm going to be in trouble here. I'm going to be in real trouble by the looks of it. Unless they're all boxing fairly soon. I'm going to be out battling with Yuki.
Hey, you got a couple cars there, huh?
Yeah, I got a gaggle of 4 cars, but I think they all should be pitting pretty soon. Unfortunately, I'm not in the range of Sonoda either to help, but it does give me an opportunity just to build the tyre temp up, Gary. I know I've got some pace in the back pocket. I know I've got an advantage as well. Don't need to risk anything against Yuki at the moment. Can afford to lose a second or two, if need be. Hopefully, I should be able to out-traction him. Oh, not with a line like that, I won't. I was going to say at the hairpin, but that's not going to happen. Still be a little way back behind the AlphaTauri. Need to get him down the next straight, though, I feel. Because he's definitely struggling around for grip. Nice run.
Decent
Everyone
pit
else
entry.
into the pit lane, including young Geraldinho. Oh, Yuki is really fighting this. Oh, that's not my cleanest move ever, but it is a move.
Oh, yes, we take that kind. Ah, no, Russell's going to get me. Okay.
Oh,
I was
Oh,
inside of him.
Gary is on softs. Okay, spicy. Very, very interesting. Is Verstappen, does he undercut you again?
I never passed
Or was
him.
he still ahead? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, isn't that beautiful when you just have better stopping power on the softs? And you can just send it around the outside?
Oh. Oh, it's Verstappen, I think. Is it
Yes,
Verstappen?
yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Of course you've got less work to do. If we got a safety car here, I would be screwed.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Oh,
Okay,
you
so it's
dick.
Hey.
teammate by 7.2 seconds.
I thought that lap you're going to go for us was like, I'm going to use so much battery.
Oh, no. That's not good.
What have you done?
Knock the wing.
Oh, Gary, no.
All right, well, new strategy here. Hang on.
Have you noticed as well, one of those Haas cars is absolutely balling out?
Yeah, see them right behind the Ferrari there. One of them's popping off. We don't know who.
I believe it's Hulkenberg. I'm not a betting man, but Hulkenberg's AI in this game is very good.
Hamilton up to 5th.
Oh, okay. He's on a bit of a recovery drive
Never
then. No, he's
mind.
not. Ferrari have been so weird this season, haven't they?
They have.
You know, we've kind of had Mercedes fight for wins here and there. Red Bull have obviously been our big competitors. But Ferrari have always been there, but never there, if you get
Right.
me. Despite the fact Leclerc's beating me in the championship.
But you're going to make some good gains here if you just hang on.
Well, I'm 2 points back behind him in the championship at the moment. So basically, if I beat him today, then I'll be ahead again. Well, I think George Russell is going to get DRS on me, but it's only going to be for the final lap of the race.
Hey, you've been chilling, haven't you?
Not quite.
Okay, so you just found pace.
No.
You got damage?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
On about lap
'Cause-
15.
Oh, okay.
Pretty-
I was noticing. I was like, man, I got nothing, and he's not even driving away anymore from me.
No, I pretty much, when you were talking about getting damage, I pretty much immediately picked up damage.
Oh, okay.
Really clumsy little error, just understeered into the wall.
Yeah, mine. That was literally me. I just understeered into it, and it was all me.
Keep your concentration.
Just really a silly one to take.
Yeah, but I'm kind of getting a little bit worried now, because George is going
He's
for
there.
it. Yeah.
You better be concerned. You better be worried. You better defend like a lion. Get aggressive. Wreck each other.
Oh no, that won't help. I picked up even more damage.
Oh boy.
Come on, I can't lead most of this thing and throw it away on the final lap.
Lando Norris could.
Just sit in the middle of the road.
Oh, Perez has a massive run.
Yeah, the AI used battery on the final lap.
Oh, I barely keep it on track. I ran into the side of Perez and then put him over the curb. Not how I want to do it, but
Was it a Verstappen-esque move?
I mean, he was never, clear of me, so it wasn't like I was coming from behind.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
But I certainly ran him out of road.
Fair enough. George has hit me! George has done a Perez!
Huh.
He's literally just bumped and run me!
Looking to push for a safety car right now.
In the exact hairpin where I have been hit by George Russell before.
What is that? I cannot believe that. There was nothing I could do there.
And you just lost the race because of that.
He's literally moved me to win it. I've lost my entire wing in the process. Gary, I'm speechless. That's the second
Come on.
time
Come on.
in
Give me
co-op
another-
I've
I
lost
wish
the
there was another
Singapore
lap.
win in the final
lap.
What is that? Oh yes, celebrate it, you dick.
I'll take P3 after that. That was not a bad race. Not a bad result, I should say, for that.
I genuinely can't believe that. George
Good
Russell's
old
just-
George Russell, everybody.
That is disgusting. In NASCAR, you'd call that too much.
I don't know, not in this era.
Well, I'm sure Mercedes is very happy with a win, but that should have been a 5-second penalty.
They do like to send it in that hairpin, I've noticed.
Yeah, but if I've gone defensive, you can't really do that.
Oh, they find a way.
Well, Gary, I got the 2 in your predicted 1-2.
Yeah? I got the 3 in 1. That don't make sense.
No, not
Logan
quite.
I thought Logan Sargent scored a point for a second. But nope. Fortunately, Matt, we both make gains on the constructors. We're 22 back.
Yeah?
Russell,
yeah, I'd say we've done alright.
Russell closes in on you after that. He is 2
Well,
points behind you.
I'm not surprised he closed in on me with
Yeah.
that. It was a dirty tactic.
He closed in on you more ways than one, we can say.
Yeah. But yeah, Verstappen, though, that's huge for his championship. Of course, was right there with you and Sergio, and if he'd taken P2, he would have probably, well, you would have lost a couple of points, Perez would have lost a couple of points. There would be, less than 10 points covering all 3 of you there, but...
Yes.
Like you said, constructors-wise, there are just 22 points in it, but George Russell is clearly happy to play dirty as we head into the final few races of the season here. Thank you all so much for watching, though. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we will be back later on this week when Formula 1 returns to the Japanese Grand Prix. Hopefully, I can put George Russell in the shadow realm. A massive thank you to all of my YouTube members and my Patreon supporters for their continued donations to help my work. These things go much further than I think a lot of you ever realise and allow me to continue making content full-time here on YouTube. So if you want to support me from as little as £1 a month and be featured on all of these end clips, either click the join button next to the subscribe or head over to my Patreon. There's a link down in the description.